Alright, hey YouTube, welcome to the channel. My name is Mitch. If this is your first time seeing me, make sure to take a minute, hit that subscribe button, and leave a like on this video. So what we do on this channel in this specific series is teach people how to make money online with affiliate marketing. So this is actually the day 3 video. So if this is your first time here, you're going to be lost if you follow along with this video. If you haven't seen the previous videos, because the way this works is I guide you step by step over my shoulder as we set up an online business and start generating traffic and getting sales with it. So to get to the start of the playlist where you're going to want to go if this is your first time, I'm just going to show you how to find it. Do this in a private tab because I don't want to show all of my secret stuff logged in on YouTube. So we're going to go to $25hustle.com/YouTube. That's going to take you to my YouTube channel. If you're already on YouTube, you can just click my face underneath this video, and you're going to go over here to my YouTube channel. From there, you're going to get to the playlists by clicking on playlists here. And you're going to go right here to turn $25 into $100K in 12 months, all in one business. That's the playlist and the training series that you're on right now. Sorry, that's the training series that you're on right now. And you're going to want to go back and start at this video right here, day 0, or you can skip ahead to day 1. Day 0 is just kind of an overview of the product that we're selling and that we're using in this training. Day 1 covers it a little bit, but it's much shorter and more to the point. So you're going to want to start at one of those 2 videos and then follow along day by day. They're all numbered. You can tell in the thumbnail. It's kind of hard to see here, but they're all numbered. And then also in the title of the video, you'll see day 0, day 1, day 2. So that being said, welcome back to everybody who's been following along. So what we're going to be working on now, the last day we made our funnel, we set up GetResponse, we created a list, we tested it to make sure that the people on our list or that sign up on our landing page are going to our list. So now we're going to actually we're going to finish setting up GetResponse. We're going to start adding emails and set them up to automatically send out to the people who subscribe to our list. But there's a couple more things we need to do first before we start sending emails. So these things must be working before sending emails with GetResponse. So this is going to be a little bit technical, but don't worry, I got you. Just follow along, and there's extra training videos in the Home Business Academy back office, which I'm going to show you as well. And I'm also going to leave links to that down in the description. Okay, so the first thing we need to do is set up our SPF record. So these 3 things here, you don't really need to know what they are. You just know that you need to have them set up before sending emails, because otherwise your email is more likely to end up in the spam folder, and we do not want to be in the spam folder because nobody opens that. When was the last time you went to your spam folder, unless somebody said, hey, check your spam folder for my email? So we don't want to have to do that. So we're going to set these 3 records in our domain, in our DNS records again. So wherever you bought your domain from, whether that's HBA hosting or Namecheap or somewhere else, you're going to want to go in there, and we're going to be adding records into our domain like we did to connect it to the funnel builder. So let's first start by first I'm going to show you where to find the video that explains all this in the Home Business Academy. So we're going to go back here to our back office. We're going to go to FAQ up at the top right, or it'll be at the bottom of the sandwich list if you're on your phone. And we're going to find, why are my emails going to spam? Right here. Why are my emails going to spam? We're going to click that. So here we go. Here's a little bit of information about why your emails might be going to spam. Read that, and then use this training and use this training. Okay, so Here's training about how to send email from your business email. So that's from your domain. We kind of went over that in the last video. If you're still having trouble with getting that set up, make sure you come here to the FAQs, go to the why are my emails going to spam topic, and then watch this training here. Click this link. If you already have your email working, then we're going to move on to setting up the SPF record. So this video here by Mike and Paul actually explains it pretty good. So you click here using this training. Oh, I need to log in again. So how to confirm email, authenticate domain, and add SPF record for better email deliverability. So we do need to get that set up. So watch this video and make sure you set this up, okay? So I'm going to log into my HBA hosting account and show you what these records look like and how to add them. And we're also going to show you how to test them to make sure they are done right, okay? So watch this video and go follow along and try to add this yourself. So I'm going to show you, but this video, that video on that page does a much better job than I can of it. So we're going to go to HBA hosting. I have to log in. I'm going to find my domain. Hit this little button. Bring up my domain so we're on the right domain. We're going to go to DNS management again. Manage DNS. And so now this is going to pop open. Stretch that out again. Alright, so now we're back in our domain settings where we can add our records. So we have to go to TXT, text records. Click that if it would load. Sorry, the internet's a little bit slow. So you can see here I have an SPF record, I have a DKIM record, and I have a DMARC record. So you want to make sure you have all three of those in your domain settings as well. Now, if you have HBA hosting, the DKIM should already be there, and you might already have an SPF as well. You might have a DMARC, I'm not sure, but either way you need to add all three of these into your domain. So the instructions are in that video. Now make sure it looks kind of like this. To add your text record, you're going to go add a text record, and it's going to look like this, okay? So the video in the back office shows how to do this, but you're going to have your host name. That's just going to be the @ again, and then your value you're going to get from after watching that training. So just make sure you got these set up. Now where is it? How do I go back? Back here. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up a tool here to use to test to make sure it's working, and then I'm gonna play around with these and kind of make it wrong to show you what it looks like when it comes up wrong. So I think the best way to explain this is to just show you. So you're gonna go to a tool. I'm gonna leave the link in the description for this. It's called MX Toolbox. You can just search for it, and it's this one here, mxtoolbox.com. This is a really handy site to know when you're setting up domains. It can tell you all sorts of problems. So I'm going to, first off, we're just going to type our domain in here, $25 hustle, and you'll type your domain, whatever your website is, and hit MX lookup. Now sometimes on the site it's going to pop up a thing that looks like you can't use the page without paying for it, but just close it. We don't need to pay for any of this. Okay, so this one here, see how I've got a little exclamation mark here, but I've also got DMARC record published, DNS record found. So this is okay as long as it's not a red error, and as long as, it depends on what the error is, but if it's this error, it's okay. Your quarantine/reject policy is not enabled. That's okay. I don't want that enabled, but I do want to make sure that I have a DMARC record published, and that any errors coming up other than this, then you're going to have to try and figure out what the problem is. And you can get some more info by clicking this over here in the corner, and it's going to bring up this page and explain a little bit to you about what the problem might be. So here it says register. No, just close that. So DMARC protection, monitor, yeah, so this is okay, but that's just how you'll find more information about any of the problems that this tool finds. So that's how to check for the DMARC policy. If you need help setting up DMARC, I'm going to find a link and I'm going to put it in the description of this video. It'll just probably be a lot easier than trying to show it on here, because I don't want to confuse people who already have this set up properly or that sort of thing. So if you need help figuring out how to set up a DMARC record, I'm going to have some resources in the description of this video. So click on that little more tab and go down there and find it after you're done watching this video, or if you want to pause it and do it now, you can do that. And just set up your DMARC record. You may have to contact the place that you have hosting your email service. So if you're using the HBA hosting, it's HBA hosting. If you're using something else, it's whatever server your emails are going through, that's the place you're going to have to contact to find out what the DMARC record is, and what the SPF record should look like. Okay, so next thing we're going to test for is the SPF record. So click this little drop down here, and we look for SPF. Somewhere in here is SPF record lookup. So click that. Your domain's in there. Hit that button again. Now the SPF record is really important to your email delivery, way more than probably the others. So make sure this one is all green. You want it to look like this. When you hit send or hit search, you want it to show, there should be one for wherever your email is hosted, just like last time. So you may have to contact them if it's somewhere other than HBA hosting. If it is HBA hosting, it should be this mailhostbox.com, and that should already be in there in your record from HBA hosting if that's where you got your domain. You want to also make sure that you have a record for GetResponse, because that's going to make sure that emails being sent through GetResponse from your email address are not going to be marked as spam or some kind of scammy thing where someone's trying to pretend to send emails from you. This is just kind of a protection about that. It kind of verifies that you actually meant to allow emails to be sent from GetResponse through your domain. So I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little bit confusing, but just make sure that you have wherever your email is hosted and GetResponse in this record, and that everything is checking out here. Okay, so once you've watched that video in your back office and added these records, come to this tool, mxtoolbox.com, and do these tests and make sure that there's no problems. Okay, because if you have a problem, let's actually just create a problem. So I'm going to edit this record here, my SPF record. So I'm going to modify it. Actually, this is good to show just in case you need to go back and change something. Click on that modify. So in here, I'm going to put a comma in there. So if this is wrong in any way, I'm just going to show you how one little thing can mess this up. So I put a comma in there. We're going to click on modify. So now that's saved it. So let's run this test again. See, now look, I got an error. Syntax check. So that means that something, the way I formatted that record is wrong. Invalid syntax found. So now I've got a problem here. So I just wanted to show you what it looks like when you have an issue that you need to fix. So something like this, you're going to have to try and figure out what's wrong. So if you don't know what the error means, click on this more info. And it's going to close that. And it's going to explain to us what this really kind of means. More information about the syntax check, because we have an invalid syntax. This returned an invalid syntax for the record. We detected a problem with the syntax of your SPF record. This may cause email deliverability issues to your message recipients. A syntax error is the result of having one or more misconfigured mechanisms that do not meet the guidelines. This error will cause your SPF record to be read incorrectly and will block legitimate email. Common errors are... So you get what I mean here. So this is a helpful tool to help you diagnose and make sure that it's working properly and fix it if it's not. So I just wanted to show you guys this tool so that you can verify that your records are set properly and that your email is going to be delivered properly, because we don't want to be sending emails and they're just going to people's spam boxes. It's wasting your leads, it's wasting your relationship building time with these people right after they sign up to your list, and it's just not going to be helpful in any way to anybody. So let's go back here, and then there's one more test here. Actually, I'm going to fix that before I forget. Let's go back to there, and I'm going to edit this again. Click on it. I'm going to go modify. I'm going to remove that comma. So just make sure that this is set right. It's really, really important. That's why I'm spending so much time on it. Okay, so the other one is the domain key, the DKIM. So the same as with all these records. If something's messed up, it's going to give you an error. You're going to have problems. So let's go DKIM. Look up. Oh, we have an error. Oh, that's the last one. Sorry. DKIM. Oh, I've got a weird issue up here. That's in there. Let's try it again. Must include a selector. No, DKIM lookup. That's the same thing. I don't know why it's showing me that. It's the wrong thing. I don't know what's going on. This is being really weird right now. So anyway, just come to this tool, check your website over, make sure that everything's working properly. I'm gonna try it one more time, and if not, whatever. Yeah, see, something is going on here where it's loading this and not working with the lookup. So anyway, you just want to go through. Hopefully it's working by the time you see this. If it's not, well, just make sure you have that DKIM record in there. Make sure you have all three. It's super, super important. So I just wanted to impress that upon you. Make sure you do that. Get these three things set up before we start sending any emails out, because otherwise they're just going to end up in the spam box. So, okay. Now, don't save. Now, next thing on the list for today is to start actually adding emails to our autoresponder. So I'm going to show you how that works. I'm going to show you where to get some emails. So before we get started with this, there's a few things we want to do. First off, what emails are we going to send to people? I know you're probably thinking that right now. I don't know how to email someone. I mean, you probably know how to email someone, but what are you going to email them, right? So the awesome thing is that with our funnel builder and the all-in-one business, we actually have more than 50 pre-written emails back here. So I'm going to show you where to find them. So I believe it's in the affiliate zone, and no, not there. Freedom Launchpad and bonuses. That's where it is. So you click down there. Freedom Launchpad and bonuses. Ultimate email traffic swipe. So what I did to get there, I went to affiliate zone. Okay. Back into the affiliate zone. Over here in our menu on the left, we go to Freedom Launchpad /bonuses. Click that button. That brings us to the Freedom Launchpad, which if you haven't watched, you should watch it. It's pretty good. In here, we have bonuses, we have our ebook, our audiobook, and some training modules, and all this stuff. So you should go through this, because especially the perfect traffic, perfect emails, those are important. You should watch those after you're done today's training, I think. But what we're going to do is go Ultimate Email and Traffic Swipe. Click that little arrow to make it stay on the screen. So we have Ultimate Email Swipe Training. This is going to be your required homework today. You're going to click that, and you're going to go through how to set up your email swipe folders. You're going to go through that, and you're going to follow along. It's going to teach you how to get basically unlimited emails and email copy that you can use and reuse to send to your list. So watch that video after you're done today's training. So we've got an email swipe PDF. We're going to click that and we're going to download it. This is the wrong one. But this is instructions for after watching that video about the email swipe. So you'll get to that after this video. What I wanted to do was go here, 50 done for you emails. There's actually another one. Where is it? Right at the start of the affiliate zone. Down here somewhere. 5 new email follow-up series. So in your affiliate zone between video 3 and 4, here's this link here. You're going to click that one. We're going to start with these 5 emails. So here are your first 5 email swipes. There are 50 more I'm going to show you as well, but get these ones first. Do these 5 first because they work really well. Pretty much everybody uses these, and they work. They convert people into sales after you email them these. So these are good ones to start with. Use these ones first. So we're going to start with email 1, and it says goes out right away. Okay, so the subject, congrats. Here's your access info. All right. So congrats. We're going to copy that, and then we're going to go back to GetResponse. And now we're going to go, this is how we're going to create our autoresponder. So you go up here to Tools, Autoresponders. Once this loads, hey, it's loading today. We're going to create an autoresponder. If you've already created one, they're going to be in here. But since this is a brand new account that I started just to show in this training, I'm going to just create a new autoresponder. So that's what you'll probably have to do too. Untitled autoresponder. So what I'm going to do, this is the email format to set up your autoresponder, and then we're going to design the email down here. Okay, so to get started, we're going to title this. This is the name that we are going to see as the autoresponder. Okay, so this is going to be, let's go day 0. Email 1. Okay, because this is going to send as soon as somebody, this is our first email, this is going to send out to as soon as somebody signs up on our landing page. So it's going to be email number 1, but it's going to go out on day 0. Okay, that'll make sense, a little more sense later on after you've used this a bit, but just trust me on this. We're going to call it day 0 and email 1, and then we're just going to put the title. Now this is just for our reference, so we know what I usually like to name this the same as the subject line with day whatever and email number whatever before it, just so that it's easier to keep track of. Once you have a whole bunch of them in a list on your autoresponder list, you're going to want to know how to tell which one's which, so which one goes where. So day 0, email 1, and the subject line. Okay, so this is going to be sent on day 0. That's why we put it day 0 here, even though it's the first email. So that hopefully makes sense. Day 0, same time as the sign up. You can choose different stuff here. You can set the exact time or with a delay, but I like to go with the same time as the sign up, especially for your first email. So leave all of these checked. These all need to be checked. It can send on any day of the week. You can play with that. If for some reason you don't want to send on Saturdays, well then uncheck it, and that email will never be sent on a Saturday. It'll be sent on the next day. But I leave them all the time. And so your from email address, make sure this is the email you want it to be sent from. You should only have one in here if you're following along. And the reply to, you're also going to leave it the same, so that if somebody replies to your email, you're going to get it at this address. Okay, so now we're into editing our actual message. So we've got our subject line. So we're going to paste our subject in there. And here, I'm going to show you something. I'm actually going to insert their first name here automatically with a little thing over here. I forget what they call this this function. Anyway, we're going to go congrats, and I'm going to put a space. And then I'm going to click this little person with the edit button. And all of these things can be dynamically filled in with information you have from your email contacts. So we have their first name, right? We asked for their name and email, so we have their name and their email. So we're going to go first name. We're going to put that in there. Okay, so now when they get their email in their inbox, it's going to be with the subject, congrats, Mitch, here's your access info, or congrats, Jenny, here's your access info, or whatever their first name is. That's going to be filled in automatically when it sends to them. So that's a nice way to personalize your emails going out. Some people kind of overdo it. I don't always add somebody's name because it just seems, I don't know, kind of robotic, as funny as that sounds. But usually with the first couple of emails I will, because it catches their attention a little bit and it just feels a little more personable sometimes. So that's what our title subject line is going to be. So now we're going to design our message. So design message. Okay, so now we have all of these different templates, and we're not going to use any of them. We're going to use a blank email, and anything in it, we're just going to delete it all. So we're just going to go this one, the most blank template possible. Use template. So now we've got nothing here, right? So this you can't delete, this part up here with logo. You can add a logo or something, but I tend not to. I don't know, it just doesn't work in all people's email clients, so it'll show up really funny sometimes, and it'll be really big or it'll be just tiny, and it's just, I don't like using it, so just don't worry about that. And now here is where we actually get into adding our email content. So just like in the funnel builder, we've got a few different things we can drag and drop into our message. So first off, we're going to just drag a text box. So text, drag it, drop it there. All right, so now we can add some text in here. This is where our message is going to be. So what are we going to email somebody? We're going to get that first email, wherever that is here. Okay, so we have the subject done. Now we're going to go body, and you're going to copy underneath the body all the way down to the end of this email. Copy it. Now, sometimes when I paste this in, last time it went really big. We'll see if it does it this time. I have a way to fix that. So you go here and you paste it. Oh, it actually pasted it really nice. Okay. If you paste this in here and the formatting is really weird and it goes really huge and that kind of thing, the little trick is to copy it into a text notepad. So I copied that. You just paste it in here, and notice how it removed all of the formatting. It's just plain text now. So you can do that. You paste it in here, it goes to plain text, and then you just copy the whole thing again, highlight it, copy it, and then you can just paste that in here. And in case your formatting is really weird, that's just a little trick. So see, now the coloring disappeared and all that. So that's just a little trick to do, but remove this where it says first name with the square. That's not going to work. I know it looks like it did last time, but that's not going to work. So remove that. To get it to dynamically pull in the person's name, you have to do that little, you have to click that little guy and drop him in there. So in this editor, that little guy is right up here, right here. Hopefully you can see that. He's up in your toolbar. Click him, and now you get this menu again. Go down to first name, and see how it looks different now? Now it's kind of in a weird little bubble. That's how it has to look on the inside of your emails when you're designing your emails, if you want it to dynamically pull in. So anything with brackets or any of that stuff, if you copied it in like that from a swipe file or something, it's not going to work. You need to go through and edit it. So the thing about using these pre-written email swipes is you have to read them and you have to go through them and change them. Especially like these first 5 are okay, because they're specifically designed for this business. But once you start getting into the swipe file with like the 50 email swipes, you're going to find that some of them just don't sound quite like you, or it's maybe something that doesn't really fit well, like you wouldn't say it that way, or you wouldn't really talk about that. Edit them. Use them for inspiration instead of just copying and pasting. It's going to go a long way if you put a little bit of effort into this and put yourself into your emails and into your business a little bit more than just copying and pasting everything. So there's nothing wrong with copying and pasting, especially at the start. It's a good way to get all your stuff put together and then go back and you can make it better later. So that's a lot of what we're going to do here right now, is we're going to copy and paste some emails in here so we have some. And then later on, you know, a couple of weeks, months down the road, you might want to go back and just review what you're sending people and see if you can make some changes that might work better. Or if you're getting lots of questions from people, then it's kind of, you're seeing a cycle of the same kind of question coming in. Maybe you can address that by adding it to your emails or by changing something on your landing page and that sort of thing. That way you can maybe eliminate some of that follow-up that somebody's coming back and asking the same question and you just have to answer it over and over again. It might be a good idea to go back and try and fix those problems before they come up. So anyway, back to editing our email here. So this is all kind of small. It's small text. So we're going to highlight it all. And I usually like to make my text 16 is a good size. So to change your size up here, I know it's hard to see on the screen, but right here next to your font, there's no number there. We're going to highlight it or click it, drop down menu, and go to 16. So 16 is a better size. It looks okay on mobile and it's fine to read on the computer screen as well. So we have our first email, but we want to read it and make sure there's nothing we need to fill in. So it's really important to read your emails, because sometimes when you're copying them from a swipe file, there's going to be stuff in there that it's just going to look really stupid if you don't edit it and fix it, and it's going to look like you're copying and pasting, and it's not a good look. So you want to look like you're actually involved in your business and, you know, put some effort into it and actually read your own emails. So if you're sending out emails that look copy and pasted, people are not going to trust it. So make sure you go through it. So right here we go, here you go, and it says your AIO affiliate sales page link. Well, we don't want to send an email that says that, because that doesn't make any sense, right? So this is actually where your link goes. So we're going to delete that out of there, and we're going to go, I usually like to do something like this, when I put a link in, just to kind of get some attention. So if somebody's looking for the link real quick and skimming their email, they can see it right away. They know where to click. Here you go. Watch the video. And now we're going to, actually I'm going to put it on its own line, because I really like to make my links stand out the most, because that's what we're trying to do, is get someone to click the link ultimately. So as good as all your email is and the copy and what you're talking about, you really want them to click the link. That's what we're trying to do with this email. So you want to make it as easy as possible for them to find the link and to click on it. So we're going to change the size. We're going to make it a little bigger than the rest of the text, 18. So I usually don't go any bigger than 18 in an email, just because it gets too big on the screen on some screens. And now we're going to add our link. Okay, so in here we're going to highlight this. Actually, one thing before this will be the same link we pasted into our HBA funnel builder as our sales page when somebody clicks through our opt-in form. But I'm going to show you something that actually helps with your email as well. Okay, because when you're sending emails with lots of links, that can sometimes trigger it to go into spam. Or if you're sending emails with lots of different links to different websites all the time, or funny looking affiliate links, and especially affiliate links, a lot of email spam filters will pick up on affiliate links. They know what they are, and they will send your message to spam automatically because that link is in there and they detect it. So a way to kind of mask our own links and also make them easier to remember for yourself is to go into, I don't have one open, we're going to go into our funnel builder. So back into our back office, Funnel Builder Academy at the top, and then the green Funnel Builder tool. Got to log in again. Okay, so we're also going to need SamCard. I don't think I have that open either. So we're going to go to the test funnel that we're using for this training. Side hustle testing. So you can see we've got our landing page we set up in the last video here. And now we're going to go to settings. And if you don't have that menu open, you can always get to your settings up here in the right hand corner on that gear. It opens the same settings. See? And we're going to go to URL redirects here at the bottom. Okay, and we're going to add a new redirect. So old URL. So this is, it's going to be sidehustletesting.com / we're going to go / join. Okay, that's the one I use, and that's probably, I mean, you can make it whatever you want, but you want it easy to remember and you want it short. So using / join works really well. And now we're going to put our affiliate link from SamCart right here in the new URL. Okay, so we're going to change that. So we're going to go get to our SamCart, affiliate zone, SamCart login, HBA dashboard, and now we're going to find our link, and we're going to use the same one, the all-in-one $25 business sales letter. We're going to copy that link, make sure it's copied, and then we're going to go back to our funnel builder, and we're going to drop that link right there. Okay, and then we're just going to leave the rest. 301 redirect is good. Don't enable this, just hit save. All right, so now it shows up in our URL redirects list, and I like to do this with any link that I use a lot. You'll notice it in a lot of my links are $25hustle.com / whatever. So that's what we're going to do here. So because we're working on this domain, the sidehustletesting.com domain, let's just test to make sure that link works. So go up here. I'm going to go sidehustletesting.com / join. And we're going to make sure it takes us to the sales page. Yes, it does. So that's how you set up a URL redirect. And we're going to use those links in our emails.
In my first 3 days, I had 2 sales.
Oops. We're going to use those links in our emails because it looks better, for one, and it's going to help avoid spam again. Because the email is being sent from sidehustletesting.com, and then we're sending a link that is at sidehustletesting.com. So I hope that makes sense why we're doing that. It looks more professional, it's more trustworthy, and it's going to help us stay out of the spam box, which we really don't want to be in the spam box because we're just useless there. So now that we have that link, we're going to actually include that in our email. So we're going to highlight that. We're going to click on this little chain link up here next to the little guy, and we're putting in a web address, and we're going to go https sidehustletesting.com / join. Okay, and we're going to bold that. There we go. So now our email is coming along. So this is how we set up our emails. So you're going to have a ton of emails. You're going to put them into your autoresponder like this. Don't worry, we're going to do another couple in this video just to show you so you get a good feel for how to do this. But you want to be sending people back to the sales page you don't have to do it in every email, but you can, and you probably should in one way or another. You always want to be kind of getting people to go back to that page, go watch that video, and hopefully eventually they're going to sign up, and a lot of them will. So trust me, these emails are very important, but it might take 20, 30, 40 emails before the person is actually going to click the link and buy it. So that's why we're going to have essentially once you go through them all, you're going to have about 55 to 60 emails, and you're going to have enough emails in there for at least 3 months. So that's part of this training, is setting that up. It's going to be part of your homework after today's video. You don't have to do it all at once. You can do it, say 5 emails today, and then 5 emails tomorrow, and 5 emails the next day until they're all added. But you're going to want to add emails that go out for at least 3 months worth of emails. It's really important, because some people will it just won't be the right day for them, or it'll be the wrong time, or they'll miss your email. So you're just going to keep on sending them emails about this until they either unsubscribe or they buy it. That's basically what we're doing here. Don't worry about people unsubscribing. If they don't want to be on your list, if they're not interested, you don't want them on your list. You want them off your list. So going off on a little bit of a rant there, but anyway, so this is our first email. Read it over, make sure it looks good. Here it says your name. That's where you're going to put your name, but I'm going to show a little hack here, okay? I'm going to basically show you what it says right here. Put as much contact info as you're willing to share, picture, phone, social handles, etc. The more personal, the better. Yes, I agree with that, but we're going to delete this, and I'm going to show you a little tool to create a really nice looking signature for all of your emails. It's really going to help build up the trust and actually get you some more sales that way with your signature, believe it or not. So just give me 1 second. I'm going to pause the video for a second, and I'll be right back to show you that. All right, I'm back. So we're going to head over to signaturehound.com. This is going to help us design a signature. So signaturehound.com. Now this nice little tool here, I'm just going to quickly show you how to use it. So I have a signature saved here, but let's create a new one. New signature. So give it a name. So I'm going to go Side Hustle Testing. Create. So here we have a way to design a nice little signature that has lots of contact information. It looks really nice and professional, and it's got everything you need in it, all your contact links, your socials, your YouTube channel if you have, all of that stuff. So we can edit this all out, and then we're going to attach this in our email, in every email, and I'm going to show you how to do that so you don't have to copy and paste it every time. But it's going to really improve your trust and that sort of thing. It's just it works really well if you use these signatures like this instead of just signing your name. So fill this out. You don't have to put everything, but put as much as you're willing to put. Like I don't put my address. I might put my phone. I'm gonna have a phone number available soon for people to text me at it, but I don't want people to call me, so I've been hesitant to put it out. I don't really like phone calls, but I don't mind texting, so I might just put it as a text only number, but I don't have that yet. Right now I just have my email and my website here in mine. So I'm going to show you the one that I designed. Let's go back. Actually, I'll just show you. We'll just design this one. So you just go through here and you go personal info. So you're going to put your name, Mitch Tarala. We're going to add a profile image. Select a file. And we're going to use this one here. Open. Boom. Now I'm actually going to show you a little tool how to remove the background from your images, but we're going to do that later. But if you want to do that, you can. It doesn't have to have the background removed like that. But I have one with no background, so it actually looks pretty good on a white background for emails. So picture width 100 pixels. Yeah, we don't want it to be huge. Sometimes I had it set for a little while. It was showing up really huge. It was like this big on the bottom of an email, and it looked really kind of stupid. But make sure it's at 100 pixels. Job title. And that's going to show up. See how as I'm editing it, it shows you. Sorry, I'm pointing. It shows you here with you know, kind of a preview. So you can put your name. You can put something here if you want. Maybe like affiliate marketing trainer. Client relations, I'm just going to remove that. Email address, I'm going to put mitch@sidehustletesting.com. So obviously you fill this out with your information. And I'm going to remove that, click on the little plus or minus to add these different things here. You can add this if you want, you don't have to. I'm just going to leave none. So it's starting to look pretty good. Why does it say signature hound here? Business info. That's why. Signature hound. I'm going to delete that. Show logo placeholder. I'm going to remove that. Unless you want to put a little banner or something down here. Some people do that. I don't need to. Get rid of that. We're going to remove the address. So now we're starting to see here. Look at how it's coming together. So we're going to put our website address in here, sidehustletesting.com. There we go. And then any of these links, you can link them to whatever you want. But these social media, this is how you're going to get your icons to show. If you want a TikTok instead, go like that. But what I do here is I use my Facebook, and I put my Facebook group link here. I don't actually put my own Facebook profile here because I want people to join my group. I'm almost maxed out on as high as you can get on Facebook for friends. They only allow you 5,000 friends, and I'm very close to that, so I don't really need any more friends adding me. But I do want people to join my Facebook group, so I put my Facebook group there. You can put Twitter or whatever. You put all your links that you want people to find down here so they can contact you. You can remove them like that. You can add them by clicking the little plus button, put that back. So we're just going to leave it like that for now. I'm not going to use this signature. I already have one, so I'm just showing you how you can do this. Not design. Here we can go show icons or no show icons. That's these ones here, the little email and the link. I like to leave them. You don't have to. Icon type. So you can change the type of icon. See how that works. And you can adjust your color. So theme color, maybe I want this to be bright red. So let's do that. And then we're going to change this also. So you kind of want them to match. So try and make it look pretty. We'll change all the colors to red. Everywhere that's blue, we're going to change it to red. See how we did that? Now it looks pretty good. You can change your font. Say you want it bigger or smaller. So you can just adjust it by dragging the slider. So you get it. You get the point. So you can make yourself a nice little signature. So the way we use this now is, we want to unclick this. Get rid of this created with signature hound down here. Get rid of that. Okay, and now call to action, or wait, disclaimer. So you can have a disclaimer if you want. I personally don't. I just clear it. So here's what we're going to use. You can add a little PS line down here. You can go like PS. I actually use this space to promote another affiliate product usually. So we're going to show you in tomorrow's video actually what this product is, but it's called MLGS, and I use my affiliate link down there. So I actually have it say like PS. You want to email 200 new leads every single day. Click here to learn my secret. Now, this doesn't have a link, and you actually have to enter HTML text down here. So that's, if you don't know HTML, you can Google it. It's pretty easy to do just a text-based link in HTML, but you do need to do HTML here to get it to be a link. But you can actually add another link down here in your PS line. So that's my little hack that I like to do myself. So I'm gonna go without for this particular one but I just wanted to show you guys how this all works and how you can create a nice little signature fairly quickly that you can use in all your emails. So to use this, we're going to go here and we're going to go click on install signature, and then we're going to look for copy signature as source code. Okay, so we want that as source code. So copy source. So make sure it's copied. And now I actually like to save it in a text file because we're going to use it later. So you can actually open it up in Notepad and paste it in there and save it. Just call it signature.txt or something and save the code, because you're going to probably want it later. You can always come back to Signature Hound and copy it again, but I just like to have it in a Notepad to keep it handy. So what we're going to do with this now, we're going to go back to our GetResponse, back to our email here, and we're going to put that signature in our email. So how we do that is I actually click out of here, click out of that box. If you're in here, you get your design, text design options. Click out of there, and now you can drag and drop more parts into your email. And we're going to go custom HTML. We're going to drag that down in the bottom here. Put it right there. And now to add the HTML code that we just copied, click on it, and up here it says insert your HTML code. I'm going to paste that in there, and then when I click back here, watch what happens. It should load it up. There we go. Alright, so now we have a pretty nice looking email. Don't worry about this little bar. It's not going to show there in the email. This is just in your editing window. I don't know why it puts that little box around it or leaves that there and doesn't disappear, but it won't be there in your email. Don't worry about that. So here we have an email, and it is ready. So some little tips if you're going to write your own emails and stuff is keep these lines short. Personally, I usually go even shorter. I will usually only go like to about here, and I would go make a new line there, and I would leave that something like that. And I would do that all the way down so that it's nice and uniform and not very long sentences, because when it loads in some people's phones or in their emails, it just looks really weird. If it goes too long, they have to scroll sideways all the way to read it, and nobody's going to read an email like that. So, and it's also just really a lot easier on the eyes and to read an email quickly if it's just broken down into different lines like that. I know it's not grammatically proper, but it works really well for emails to do that and keep them short little lines so that you can just your eyes can just quickly go down the page really easily and read it real quick. So that's my little tip. Don't leave like too big of spaces in between, but make sure that it is spaced out so that it's easy on the eyes to read, because you bunch too much text together on the screen and nobody's going to read it. They're just going to skip it and they're not going to open your emails anymore. So make sure that their experience when they're opening and reading your emails is a good one. So especially with your first emails, like you want to have your signature all done up properly. You want to have your picture there. You want to have your name, so that when they get this and they first are getting to know you, they're going to like respect you more and they're going to trust you more if you have it set up like this, and just have it looking really good and able to easily get in contact with you. People trust that when they see that they can actually contact you and that you're a real person. So that's why we're putting our face here and our name and our email address and our website and all our links, because people are going to click those and go find out you're a real person, and they like that. People buy from other real people. They don't like being sold to, but they like to buy stuff. But they don't like it when somebody's trying to sell it to them, but they like when somebody has sold something to them. So just try and build up that trust every way you can, and make sure that they don't get put off by something that looks weird or isn't right or is ugly and hard to read. So just make sure that everything looks really good and professional before you start sending out emails and stuff like that. So we're going to leave this like this. Actually, I'm going to shorten all these. Actually, no. I'm just going to leave it the way it was. So we'll just leave it the way it was. That's fine. As long as it's not like going way off, long off to the side of the screen. Like this should be okay. But just make sure it's all uniform so that you don't have some lines really long and some really short. Just make it look good. Just trust yourself, look at it. Does it look nice or is it kind of ugly? If it's kind of ugly, fix it. So that's our email. Our first email is done. You just always want to double check. I like to double check everything. So highlight this, go make sure it's the right link. Yes, it is. We want to send them to the join page. So we don't want to send them to the regular domain right now, because that's just going to ask them to put their email address in again. And we already have them on our email list. So now they're inside of our funnel. So now we're trying to send them back to the sales page until they become a customer again. So make sure we're sending them to our affiliate link now and not to our landing page. So update that, make sure that's all good. So now we're going to go, actually, because this is our first email, we want to save this as a template so that we can reuse it again next time for our next email. And we don't have to keep copying and pasting in this signature and all that stuff. It'll already be formatted nicely for us when we have our own template. So go like this, you go click right up here, save as my template. You're going to give it a name. So you're just going to go signature template. This name is just for you, so you can find it in all of the templates when you create a new email. So give it a name that you're going to remember. Signature template, create. Okay, so template is saved. Now I'm going to click on the next button. So now we're back here in our main autoresponder message editor. So just look over everything again. Remember here to check your linked list. If you have more than one list, they're going to be in a list down here in this drop down, and you make sure you're choosing this to the right list that you want it to go to. So it's the all-in-one. It's the only one we have right now, but if you have multiple, they're going to be in that drop down. All right, so we're going to send it on day 0, same time as they sign up. It's coming from the right email address. Congrats, first name. Okay. Now let's go. You can send a test message. I'm not going to do that, but I recommend that you do, especially your first one. Send yourself a test message to your own email, and then go check your email and click your links and make sure everything works, and make sure that it doesn't look stupid or something is out of place when you actually get the email in your inbox. So go do that, test your message, check it, always check your links, especially when you're using autoresponders that you set up once and keep sending those same emails out over and over again. If your link is wrong, all those emails that go out to all the people that sign up, they're all going to be clicking a link that doesn't work, and you're not going to get any sales that way. And they're going to unsubscribe or just stop paying attention to you completely. So save and publish. So now it is saved. All right. So here we have email 1, day 0. Status is on. Cycle day. This is the day it's going to be sent out on. Send immediately. None have been delivered because we haven't sent any. All right. So now I'm just going to quickly show you. We're going to go create autoresponder. And we're going to go day 1, email 2, and we are going to go back to our email swipes, and we're going to grab the next one. Who the heck is this? So that's going to be our subject and the title of our autoresponder. So I'm going to paste that there. Now here, again, we're going to make sure we're on the right list. And we're going to send this on day 1 now. So we're going to go day 1, email 2. Same time as sign up, all that's fine. Subject line, paste that. And so we could personalize it, but I'm not going to. We're just going to leave who the heck is this? And we're going to go design message. Now it brings us to our templates again. So this time we're going to go to my templates. Instead of the blank templates like we did last time, we're going to go to my templates. And the one that we just created is here. So we're going to use this template. So now you can see we've got the same email that we just created loaded up, but our signature is already here. So that's great. So we're just going to click in here, and we're going to paste the next message in there. We're going to go through it, edit it, and so on. So here's the body. So we're going to copy under the body all the way to the bottom. Copy it. We're going to go back to GetResponse, and we're gonna paste it in there. And now I'm gonna delete this second hi first name. That's the one we just pasted in, because we already have it at the top and it's in the little bubbles, so we know it's gonna work properly. And we're gonna bring that back up. And again, the sizing is a little smaller, so we're gonna put this to size 16. All right, so now it's all the right size. See how this is too long coming out the edge here? I don't like that. So we're gonna go like this, put that on a new line. Put that on a new line. Put it on a new line. Put it on a new line. Okay, so it's starting to look a little better. And we're gonna make them all the lines in this email short like that. That's too long, so do that. Go here. So just read through the email as you are editing it and just make sure everything looks good. Like I said, I'm doing this kind of quickly, but this video has already been really long, so we're just gonna tighten this email up. You can watch it here if you want. Actually, I'm just gonna get rid of that. You can watch it here. And then again, here's where our link goes. I'm gonna delete that part. And we're gonna go do the little sign thing. I'm gonna go click here to watch. We're gonna make that font bigger, put it to 18 because it's our link. We're gonna hit it bold, and we're gonna add the little link icon. We're gonna put in sidehustletesting.com/join again, because we're sending them all these emails we're putting in here. We're pretty much gonna send them back to the sales page over and over and over again. Okay, so insert. Shorten this up. And then we're going to delete this little part here because we already have a signature below. We'll remove all these extra spaces. This one's a little bit bigger. This one's bigger. This one's bigger. So some people like to leave more space in between. I don't. I'll just leave it like that. Okay, so now we've got email 2. Email 2 is done. Now we don't have to save this as a template again. We just want to do that the first time so you can reuse it with the signature over and over again. So read through it, make sure it's all good, make sure your link is the right link, and then click on next. So we're going to send this, day 1, this is all ready, and we're going to save and publish. Alright, so now you can see this one will be sent on day 0 when they first sign up. This one's going to be sent on day 1, the same time they signed up, any day of the week. So this is going to happen automatically now for everyone who signs up on your list. So you're going to go through and do this. At least get these first 5 in today, right away. At least get these first 5 emails in. Okay, so there's 4. There's email 5. So make sure you get at least those 5 in there. And then after you're done that, every day you're going to go back and you're going to add another 5. And I'm going to show you where to get the rest of them. So back here in our affiliate zone, Freedom Launchpad bonuses, we're going to go back there. And in our ultimate email and traffic swipe, right down here it says 50 done for you emails. Click that. Download the 50 done for you emails. Also watch this video, but download the 50 emails. Opens up, and we got 50 more emails. Now these ones you really have to read and go over because there's some spots you have to edit, you have to change some stuff, and make sure you put your own link. And like I said before, sometimes when you copy and paste these in to your GetResponse, it's really formatted really weird and it's really huge. So drop it into the notepad text file first to remove the formatting, then drop it into your GetResponse and edit your links and fix up all the sizing and all that stuff. Okay, so I think that is more than enough for today. So you've got some homework. You've got to go watch those videos in the affiliate zone that you haven't watched yet, and about the emails, and get all of your emails set up, at least the first 5. Get those ready, and that's about it. So yeah, what we covered today in this training was setting up our SPF, our DKIM, and our DMARC, and how to test for it to make sure that that's working properly. So make sure you set that up, and then get into your GetResponse, start setting up some of your emails in your autoresponder. Make sure you got your first 5, and then once those are done, go to your opt-in page or your landing page, enter your email address in there again, and make sure that those emails are sending out and you're getting them, that you get that first email into your inbox. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to test that right now for this one. Okay, so let's go sidehustletesting.com. I'm going to go Mitch, and I'm going to go actually I already put that in there. So a little hack is if you put with the Gmail, actually it's not going to work because it's not Gmail. Yeah, I guess I'll just use that one. Yes, give me access. Okay. And
in my first 3 days,
I'm going to go check my email and just make sure that that email came in. And if your email is in your spam folder when you get it, that's a bad sign. You want to go back and make sure that all your SPF, DMARC, and DKIMs are set up correctly, because otherwise your emails are going to be pointless. So let's just make sure that that came in, and that's going to be it. There's a DMARC notification for a different domain, but here's my email right here. It showed up. This is the one we just set up. See, Side Hustle Testing with my signature and everything. It looks good. So there you go. You click my link, make sure it works. It's going to go to the same page again. Yep. So that's how you test to make sure your emails are working. And after that, tomorrow at this time, I'm going to get the second email that we just set up. So it's all automated now. So congratulations, you made it. Day 3. After you're done all of this, you are going to have a business set up, and pretty much all we have to do now is start worrying about generating traffic and sending people to our funnel, getting them onto our email list, and following up with them. So in tomorrow's video, we're going to start getting into that. We're going to start some paid traffic tomorrow for those who want to get started and have a little bit of money to put into this. And then on day 5, we are going to get into free traffic, and pretty much the rest of this training course, which will be probably another 10 or 15 videos. It's all going to be based on free traffic and how to get people to your landing page for free, and how to get sales coming in automatically around the clock. All right, guys, so thanks for sticking with me to the end on this one. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you haven't done that yet. And we'll see you in day 4. Thanks a lot.